Top of the morning, Oscar. Let's see. Where's the charts? Let's do some stuff. Let's do some TA, huh? Woke up late as I woke up super late today. All right. I'm gonna wait a moment before we're just gonna talk about local price action, see who all hops in this morning. Looking forward to getting up to Vegas to see our guy Alex. That's gonna be a good time. Let's get some of this stuff cleaned up. I don't know how I feel about that position anymore. No, I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete that. Delete this. Oh, I'm feeling much more clean now. Let's go maybe to the 6 hour. I think I want to get a little indication of this on here. All right. So, yeah, I'm just going to talk about the price action in front of me. I haven't really been at the charts in a few days, so just kind of cover what I see basically. So above the up here, up yonder, like we get up above the prior all-time high. That's this line. It's going to vary a little bit depending upon what chart you use. But we get all the way up here, and then we form a range. And we break down. That range being here to here to there, right? So we form that range and we break down from it. I really don't like that. I really, really don't like that. So, I mean, I'm just gonna try and think out loud here. Like, why? Why not? Why not perform an initiation? This looks. It's. I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned about this. I am definitely concerned about this. That's just where I'm at with it. Obviously, hope to be wrong, but I'm concerned. Let's see. Now, this does look good to me. That all does look really good to me. That was a really nice trade. That I think Alex called that one out yesterday. Let's take this and set this to. Yeah, that'll work for me. Not so bad. Not so bad. Still not so great, though. Still not so great. All right, so we definitely have demand. I'm going to start from here. So all total, like the total demand range I'm looking to in this area is going to be 108,250 to 106,484. Go ahead and get this off so the chart stays nice and clean. And then inside of that, I think is juicier section of 107,888 to 107,118. That's an area that I would be interested in long trade from. I'm just going to indicate this like this for now. And essentially, I'm looking at this as a bit of a larger range here. And let's go to this. A bit of a larger range here, in which this being the range high and this being the range low, in the event that this is supposed to be a higher low for a higher high. Well, I essentially have two two sections I'm looking for in that. One would be to get back down closer to the discount of the range, kind of fill up a little bit of this inefficiency that happened over the weekend and bounce out of this lower demand. That would be one. And honestly, I think it's the most logical one. The other one is going to be, we have another bit of a range that we're developing up here. So could the low of that hold? We've seen it happen a ton of times recently. This thing, I think there's a couple of levels to watch here locally. I think one of them is going to be this at 109, 151. And essentially, I'm going to prop that up with this unmitigated demand that sits right below it at 109.047 to 108.615 in and about that area. And let's make this a solid line, please. Yeah, so I think that is another area that we can look for long, but I think I do have some cautionary tales about this spot. I think I've got some cautionary tales here. I would kind of look at it back up to this high here at first. Okay, so the cautionary tale for me, let's check the 15. That the high of this was put in at midnight my time anyway. And I think it's not quite 15-minute structure up here, but I think it's some sort of a mixture of like 10 to 15-minute structure in this range here. Let's see if we can find this. Hold on. This is a sloppy mess up here. Let me think about this. Okay, so set a high, set a low, sweep the high, sweep the low. Boom, back down into this demand, pop up, initiate again. Yeah, so really this low right here. In the event that we start breaking down much past this, you're starting to lose that upward structure that brought us to this point on the chart, right? Like as we start to form structure up to the, the most recent high outside of like the all-time high, we kind of start to lose that down here. So cautionary tale. I think you need some clear market structure on your side for that guy there. I feel much safer about the idea down yonder, down lower. So as long as move this down. I think it would be interesting if we could, let me just draw this really quick. If we come back, the magnet's not going to serve me any good right here. If we could come back for this high and fail it, I think there could be a short trade up there. I think there could still be a short trade up there, and I'm not going to target any further than where I'm planning long trades at. So it would kind of be like a target one, and if you're super lucky, you get down to that target 2-ish area. But I think that's all I've got for shorts. All right, let me say good morning to everybody. Oscar, caught you, Slam, Banjo, Siebel, Dylan, Crypto Alt Delete, F-Bomb, Albert, Ondo Pancho, Luke, Nick. What's up, everybody? We'll take a look at. It's going to be I don't have a ton of time this morning, so I'm going to do my best to look at some altcoins for you. But we are gonna take a further zoom out look on Bitcoin. We're just kind of covering some of the local price action here. And yeah, I suppose without further ado, we probably go zoom out on Bitcoin. Oh, what happened on the ES? That should be interesting. Mm, really? Really, bro? Are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? Oh, I hate to see that. Oh, I did not know about this. Hold on. Oh man, I did not know about this. Mm, I don't like to see that. On ES, and I'm sure NQ is in a similar situation here. You have this three tap Model 1 M1 distribution that occurred up here, where it put in its most recent all-time high. And this is the range that it actually, this is the first. This is the range. This is like the problem area. This is where all that happened. The all that like Trump tariff something or other, blah blah blah. This is where all that happened. And so to be re-entering that place on the chart and then losing your 4-hour market structure, God, that is not a good look. Oh, that's not a good look. No, it's really not. I gotta pause here for a moment. Ugh, man, I don't like this. No, I do not like that at all. All right, well, here we go. Let's get out to we're gonna go like the daily chart on Bitcoin. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it because I just don't think I was loud enough when this occurred, or like when that happened on Total 3 as well, or really on the total chart. But when this occurred, I was not loud enough with everybody. So I'm gonna be more than happy to be wrong about this, but I am going to nonetheless speak a cautionary tale. What's a couple of things I want to say about this? At this point in time, right here, every single person who owned the asset was in profit. Right? So all the people who bought this range because they were like, oh, strategic Trump reserve Bitcoin or whatever, or, whatever other bullish news was happening. People that bought this range that went down and took a bath in the red, they're in profit, right? They're finally in profit now. The last time the market made an attempt to push past this 108 sort of level, it incurred what I would call a pretty major rejection and a retracement down. So I don't at all whatsoever, like there's no like it's with the strongest terms that I can say, I don't like that we did not really make an initiation here. And I mean like candle that looks something like more like this. What's other ways I could draw this that I think I'd be happy about it? If we had snapped up out of here, done some manner of range, yanked the low again and broke that range, even if that had occurred somewhere closer down to here, something like that, that would have made me feel a lot better. But currently, right now, I don't feel a lot better about it. I just don't. I don't. As a matter of fact, what I would have really probably liked to have seen is a rejection down to here and then a break up above there. Um, this would this would have me feeling oh so much better about this place in the market if I had seen both this and this, which there's time still, right? Like that could happen. That could be like it could be whatever the end of the week, beginning of next week, and this could be on the charts, and then you'll hear me going like, "Hey, that's really good look. That's really nice," but it's not on the charts yet. Okay, it's just not on the charts yet. So I am uber cautious here, uber cautious here that this is not going to turn into a larger distribution model in which I would be targeting clear back down to there or potentially lower. Like I'll go ahead and say that too. Like this now has officially built up a range large enough that if we can't make an initiation here, this could be the beginning of a macro top. I don't know about going back down that far, um I don't know, something. Something. I'm just saying it could be a macro top. See, we officially have enough sort of market structure to compare to this now. We officially have this now. And the way that this sort of looked, you did have your more clear 1, 2, 3, and then boom upon the re-interaction with it. I wouldn't say that this is as clear of a 1, 2, 3, boom, take the high one more time, and kaplow. I wouldn't say it's as clear, but it is. Yeah, the signs are present, and I'm just not gonna. I'm not gonna pretend they're not. I'm just not gonna pretend they're not. The signs are present. This part here, 1, 2, 3, reminds me a lot about this part here. And so essentially I'm saying we could potentially be right here. Let me rewind this. Yeah, I'm saying there's the potential that we are currently right here. Okay, and then let's do this. Let's grab that. Where did that go? Let me copy this. Let's leave replay. Let's paste it. And in this last circumstance here, we kind of, hit the all-time high, had a little bit of a pullback. So like hit the all-time high, have a little bit of a pullback. We came up, took the high one more time, and then all hell broke loose and we went into a bear market. So all of that, that is just a very long-winded way to say that I think it is very important to receive an initiation here. Now we're coming into like the Bitcoin conference. I don't know, maybe bullish stuff happens there, but I want to see an initiation out of here. I want to see an initiation out of here. And actually, after having just made that recent comparison, I want to look at the potential of shorting this high, the all-time high, on another interaction with it. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's kind of where there's my cautionary tale. I've said it. I've made my peace. Nobody can go back and be like, hey, if it went down like that, you can't say you weren't warned. Mm-hmm. And the last thing I'll say is that like the whole tariff situation, the one that caused this, it's far from resolved. I don't think anybody globally is going like, oh man, like boy, we sure feel way better about this tariff situation. Things look very sure for us in the markets right now. I think everything's going to be okay. I don't get that that is the sentiment with large institutional investors or yeah, I just don't get the impression that they're all just, oh yay, tariff situation is like no big deal. We don't have to worry about it. It's not going to cause any further disruptions to the market. Send it. I'm not so convinced that that is their mentality right now. No, I'm not no so convinced at all. And then the only other thing I was going to say is, what that still also leaves the potential. Like if I'm so down to be wrong, right? Like please let me be wrong. But in the event that I am sort of right about this, it does also leave the potential of further accumulation. So in other words, a run on this or down to the discount of this range for the next sort of all-time highish. And yeah, there's still demand right below the range low that hasn't been mitigated. That um that is the pivot point in the market in which it took out the prior sort of two all-time highs, because the other one was back here, and this to me was not it being broken. This is where we broke the prior all-time high. And so I think it also gives us potential to just be here for the next, what, like the rest of the year or something like that. I think it also gives us the potential for that. So those are the things I'm sort of worried about on Bitcoin. Sorry to be I don't know, bad news bear, but I gotta stick to my guns on that one. I gotta stick to my guns on that one. Yeah, all right, cool. Said my stuff. Tomorrow, yo, tomorrow. Are you really gonna go to helicopter Grand Canyon tomorrow? That's gonna be sweet, dude. That's gonna be sweet. I'm gonna have to hit you up because I was planning on driving up tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure Tuesday. Tuesday. I think it was Tuesday was the plan. And I faux show want to see you, so I'll have to hit you up. And that's gonna be sick. You're gonna love that. You're gonna love that. Grand Canyon is ridiculously cool. Oh, Lunar Beaches, you gonna be up in Vegas too, bro? I want to see you too. Yeah, Luke. Yeah, slight. I'm slightly worried about the PO3ish kind of thing. Yeah, I am. I'm. I am. I am. Sorry, guys, but I am. All right. What else do we want to look at? Anybody? We we just kind of stick to some more like, what's dominance doing? What's what are dominance kind of things doing? We could stick to whatever you guys want to do. I've got another um 15, 20 minutes or so, and we can do whatever y'all crazies want to do with that, man. Whatever y'all crazies want to do with that. That looks decent-ish. Um, Bitcoin dominance does not look hateful yet. Does not look hateful yet to me. What are we at on here? Okay, so we've taken out our weak high. Yeah, it doesn't look hateful, but also looks like, yeah. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I will be. What am I trying to say? I think this is still an area in which we could set a lower low from. Okay, I think that's still an area we can set a lower low from. I think this still lacks initiation above here. And so I think that that is potentially an area that we could set a lower high and a lower low from. Just being aware of it. Um, what's tether dominance up to these days? Nothing bullish. No, it's not up to anything bullish. It looks like it could be crawling clean back down to 3.77. Unless you can get some bullish action out of here, but I don't know. I still think it could go. I still think it could go back down. Okay, so tether dominance does not look bullish here. That's pretty good. I want to look at, just take a peek and see if any of the narrative has sort of changed on total 3. Let's take a closer look at this chart. Yeah, I mean, I would say it has changed slightly. I would say it has changed slightly. Let's see here. Total 3 looks like it. Let's see. I've got 2 general thoughts on total 3. I think it needs to hold its local range here between 857 billion to 940 billion. I think it needs to sort of hold this range, so like maybe do one of these and continue a northward situation. That would be a pretty good look on total 3. Obviously, I worry about this double top creating some sort of McDonald's M type pattern. We've got some decent, areas below it, right below this range to kind of lift from. But total 3 for me. I think. Yeah, I think we could find ourselves back down in the 857 billion area. And let me flip this box to the correct color. And let's go ahead and throw a line there. I could have just used that one. That's fine. We'll delete it. Yeah. Yeah, total 3 needs to probably needs to hold down here. Probably needs to hold down there. Yeah, concerning area. Don't like this. I don't like the nature of this double topping looking vibe in this area. Don't love it, but let's hope for something like that. That's what I'm gonna hope for. And then yeah, dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow, man. I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. ETH Sol. You want to look at ETH Sol? Never looked at that chart before, so yeah, we can do that. So the thing, ETH Sol. ETH Sol. Mm. There's probably a lot of stuff to say on this, but for the sake of time, you broke bearishly out of this area. Hey, give me my templates, bruh. We've broken bearishly out of this area back here when we had set this low. So is this a higher low for a higher high, or was this or is this going to be a lower high for a lower low? Those are the questions I have to ask myself. And then if I look at this local area here, there's a couple of things that come to mind. Which is, let me get a different template on here. Which is, okay, so you set a low, you set a high, you sweep the low, you sweep the high, you sweep the low again. So this, if bullish, should have set a higher high after that third sweep on the low. I think that would have, like, why there was multiple there was multiple opportunities down here, and so if bags were trying to be filled for a run up, then why is it that after we sweep the low one more time, we can't even close back above the prior day? And we look to be heading back down here again. I would say that this does not present as locally bullish to me. So maybe another way we could, I think outside of that, we're still in sort of equilibrium, right? Yeah, about right near the equilibrium. Yeah, this doesn't look so hot to me. I think there's a couple of things. I think you're going to see currently right now. I would suspect that you would see whatever this is, 14,058 before you see whatever this thing is, 15,277. I kind of feel like you're coming here before here, and you better hope that holds. Because if not, I think if nothing else, you're going to recover this gap here and test this zone of price. So yeah, just I'd be let me put it, this is the best way I can say this. I am neither bearish nor bullish on this until you get outside of the local range. If you get outside of the local range of price to the upside, well then guess what? I'm bullish all the way up to here. You get outside of the local range of the downside, I'm bearish all the way down to there. But locally right here, I'm neither bullish nor bearish on it. Oh, that's funny. You didn't want ETH versus SOL. You wanted ETH and SOL. Hilarious. Hilarious. I think we've got an ETH chart floating around somewhere. Well, it doesn't look very much different, does it? It looks about the same to me. It looks like you're still in the equilibrium between here and here. It looks like you still are interacting with an area, albeit the top side of it, that you broke bearishly out of, and it looks like you still have a local range right here. So my overall sentiment on it is going to be the same. I'm neither bearish nor bullish on it here until you do one of the things that either of the, let me just clean this area up and it'll make more sense. Yeah. I'm either bullish here or I'm bearish. That's supposed to be an arrow here. Yeah, that's where I'm at on ETH. It is still it is still put a top into a very relevant section on the chart for me. So we set a high, set a low, set a high, sweep the low, looks to have swept the high, but we didn't initiate, right? We didn't come up, down, up, down, up. Oh, we didn't do that. Came up, down, up, or I'm sorry, down, up, fail. Yeah, its lack of clearance here makes me feel like it really wants to go down and test 2316. I think that's very much on the table. We'll take a closer look in here, get down to the 4. I don't really particularly like reading this on the 4. I want to go lower. Let's go to the 15. Actually, let's go to the 30. Looks to be in a pretty similar place to Bitcoin right now. I mean, fairly similar place. Maybe I'm tripping on this, but either way, you broke out of here. You have a little bit of a range where you go from here to here. That's the first low and the first high after this bearish break. And let's see if we can make any sense of that. And so you have set your low and you've set your high, and you have yeah, kind of purged below the low, broke structure bullishly here, come up and touch this high, and after having done so, let's see, this range then expanded to here. So you break bullishly here. It's this that has me worried right here. Yeah, this is what has me worried right here. Unmitigated demand there. Let's get that drawn out. I think there's an interesting zone at 2530 to 2506. But I think outside of that, you could quite likely come clean back down for this low here at 2459. And yeah, that doesn't, that this did, it just did not initiate. It did not initiate. You've lost this whole sort of channel of price here. So yeah, I mean, if I had to, I think I said the same thing about the other one, but I feel like it's this before this. I could be totally wrong about that too, but it's kind of where I'm at with that. And so for long trades, yeah, for long trades, for me, I think I mean, potential scalp here. I'd be moderately interested in a sweep of that low. I would definitely be interested in any purge of that low. And I think that's it. And I think that's it. And I am also interested in a short off of that high currently. Yeah, that's where I'm at on this one. Let's do Sol. What am I doing on time? I'm okay. I'm decent on time. Not killing it, but I'm decent. Okay, so we got problems on Sol too. Fuck. I mean, it's all the same fucking problems. It's all the same fucking problems. We did finally touch this area of supply here, and we failed that high into it. I don't like the look of that. I don't like the look of that. I don't like the look of this. No, I don't. Wish I could tell you I do, but I don't. Yeah, and then locally, I would say this presents pretty similar, where you have a little bit of a bullish break here. I'll give it that. This is not such a bad look. Um, that's a pretty nice bullish break on the 30-minute. My current concern is the failure to clear this high. Come on now. That is my current concern. So far, you've got low, a high, a low, a high. So as this comes down here, that's breaking and breaking. So that's your first break since you rotated from this range low back up to the range high. After you put in this bearish break and this bearish break, you set a lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. So we've set an equal high, but I feel as though this is rotating down to here. Yeah, I mean, you have like a little bit more of another range in here. But I think and there's demand down here. Don't get me wrong. There's unmitigated demand down in here. But yeah, I mean, as far as a long on Sol goes, I am moderately interested in a scalp from its local low at whatever the hell this is. We'll find out here in a second. 175. Because again, I've seen this model happening over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. So yeah, definitely interested there. I'm interested down in this area. I'd actually be, well, I'm only going to target midway back into this prior range off of that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then I think, yeah, these are the only places I actually can long. Oh, hey, go back. Yeah, those are the only four places currently that I can long. Yep, that's what I got on that. That's what I got on that. Yeah, I'll go to the Piper meetup on Tuesday. I'll go there. Let me know where it's at. Let me know. I'll go there. I'm gonna hit the road at like probably like 5 in the morning tomorrow morning. It's about like a 3.5 hour drive for me to get up there. So my plan's to be up there around in somewhere between 8 a.m. and 9 a.m. That's my plan. I'm leaving it open to whether or not I'll stay the night while I'm up there. I've got a lot of problems here, local problems on the home front, so I may not be there, be able to stay, but we'll see. We'll see. Anybody else got something else they want to look at? Because if not, I need to wrap this up. I could do like maybe one more coin, and then I need to wrap it up. We'll go back take another look at Bitcoin. Oh, you're not. You're just doing boring shit here. Everybody took the week off for the Bitcoin conference. Like, where is everybody? I mean, where's all the liquidity? Jesus Christ! Yeah, where is everybody? Oh yeah, TRX. I missed TRX, homie. I got you. Do I not? Oh, there we go. Well, let's get this cleaned up, shall we? So my main concern still is just the lack of initiation. Get a 3-day order block right above this high right here. I don't like the lack of initiation above this high. I don't like it. I'd say you definitely have cleared the general volume here. Like I'm thinking more from like a fixed range perspective. I'm sure that there is a very chunky section of volume down in this area. Yeah. And you have cleared up out of that. That's pretty good. My I need to see this resolved. Let's check that on like the 30. Did I get lost in the sauce? Where was I? Okay, so that's that range. Let me get rid of this. It's in my way. Yeah, don't love that. That's interesting. We come from the low to the high, we come below it, and then we kind of come up from there. I think this one is coming up here. I would say if you can get some, if we can get an initiation above 27,480, then I think I'd look for a back test to come back up to there. But I have to see it come above 27 for whatever this damn thing 27,480. I have to see it. Oh, I have to see it come back up above there. But I think on a more, yeah, on a more zoomed out level, you know, I'm generally concerned about the curvature of liquidity. So this was nice. That got taken. I mean, that took some liquidity, but it kind of quit doing that after this. Well, actually, that took some liquidity. That took some liquidity. That took some liquidity. Let's give that bottom a break. Let's give this bottom a break, actually. We ripped liquidity multiple times out of that bottom. So this is, I'm actually pretty happy with that. Yeah, I would, it's just pretty far up in what I would consider premium from, this to this. I would say this is just pretty far up in premium. But I don't feel hateful about this idea. I don't feel hateful about that. Do you use NQ and ES and yeah, I do. Yeah, yeah. Actually, I think almost started on ES. Oh, yeah, I use yes. I use NQ that ticker that you're talking about there for the NQ. Uh where is it? Yeah, I use that one, and I use the ES1 mini futures. Yeah, that's what I use. Yep, that's what I use. Thanks, Mark. You're always coming in here saying nice things. Mark, you coming to Vegas? You gonna come down? You gonna come down to Vegas? All right, guys. I'm gonna hit the road. Yeah, I definitely won't be able to stream tomorrow morning because I will be on the road to Vegas to see the crew. But I think we'll try and knock out some streams up in Vegas. I think there is a little scalp trade that could pop off here. I kind of feel like there's a little scalperoni and cheese coming up in the near future here. And yeah, I'm out of here, yo. I'm out of here. Oh, syrup. Yeah, that's right. I can do syrup real quick. Have we been here before? I feel like we've been here. I feel like I would have done it on Bybit though. No, let's check real quick. I feel like I would have 100% done it on Bybit. We're just gonna do it on Bybit. That's what we're gonna do. This thing? This thing? Oh, that's fair. Well, bummer, you're not gonna be in Vegas. I'd say this thing's in a pretty reasonable place to long. Needs a little bit more. Needs a little bit more structure on your side, and I don't know if you're really going to get it, but essentially all you have on the chart, you don't have a whole lot to work with, so the TA is actually pretty gosh dang easy, ain't it? Ain't it? It's pretty gosh dang easy. Your market structure is essentially that right now, like your highest time frame structure. On the most technical of levels, this has only been induced and not mitigated. Those just don't dig very deep into it, so I'm going to say that's more of a mitigation, or I'm sorry, a inducement than any manner of mitigation. And so the most ideal place, which I don't think you're going to get it, but the most ideal place to long it would be down here in discount would be the most ideal place to long it. But I don't know if you're necessarily going to get that. This range right here may hold, or this range right here may hold, generally speaking. And I would say you are, yeah. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of filling this candle right here. Get those damn highlighters off there. Let's go overboard with the highlighters. We drop to the 15. Yeah, I think what you need on this is you just need a 15-minute break of structure. You know, the same thing that like occurred here, or the same thing that occurred here. We're running out of room on the chart, but like kind of the same thing that occurred here with this. This thing after this. I think this is all you need for a long. And you just don't quite have it yet. So all I'm saying is it needs some more development. It needs to kind of form some 15-minute structure somewhere, and then I think you have a long. But yeah, I just think you're waiting for that. I don't think, yeah, I don't have anything else, and I think your target is this. All right, and it's Vamonos time for me. Vamonos. Vamonos. I must be out of here. Vamonos. So why are you looking like a black candle right there, buddy? What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? This trade on Sui to me is still valid. That was a nice one. All right. I gotta go, guys. Bye bye.